Like pretty much every film before it and pretty much every film after it, Shang-Chi has been the subject of making many cuts from the final version of the film that some fans wish made it into the actual film. Whether it's small things like little lines of dialogue, or some things that could have expanded upon some of the scenes taking place in this bigger universe. Today we are going to talk about a scene that cut an advertisement for Wong versus Abomination. So in my opinion, the length of a film should always be left up to the director and the studio agreeing upon the final length of the film. Not the studio chopping up the final product to cut out whatever even important stuff just so they can get more showings per day in the theater. Looking at you, WB. Which today brings us to Shang-Chi. Across the board, when it comes to the reviews, we see that many people love the pace of the film. There's barely a little slowdown, they touch upon all the important elements, it's a rapid moving film, it gets the point across, it establishes a new world for Marvel to explore down the road, new characters, expands upon the villains, and of course further brings back some other characters such as Wong and Abomination. And as we recently learned, thanks to some brand new photos that made their way online, it looks like there was at least a little bit cut off of that whole fight sequence and tournament that takes place during the events of Shang-Chi. Essentially, they did go through the effort to make a poster slash banner that shows off Wong fighting Abomination in the tournament. What I love about this is quite clearly the Photoshop effort done by like an amateur. I mean, the verse is a stock PNG that we all use, or one of them at least, and the image is literally like plucked from the trailer. Like, I absolutely love this real world, just nonsensical approach, gritty, in the world setting type of poster that they made. Which brings me to the point that, had this been shown in the film, would this have added anything to the film? Like, for example, if we see Shang-Chi walking into the building and this is outside of it or something, or this is one of the things while they're walking around, then that kind of takes away from the surprise of seeing them in the ring for the first time if it's just you going to see the film and didn't see the trailers or anything, which many people didn't. They just don't care. They'll go watch it because it's Marvel. This kind of would have gotten in the way, and you're like, wait, what was that? And then it might have taken away from something else, or the pacing of the film, or a distraction, to the point where you don't need to show it. And I do like the approach that they took ultimately with the film, and these characters just having a brief cameo, and establishing them in this bigger world and existing, and this tournament being something that's a little bit more broad in scope than small scale. So I understand why they made this and why they had it there, but ultimately didn't make the cut. And who knows, maybe a deleted scene or something will highlight it and we'll all look at it and go, you know what, that probably should have been kept in. But generally with these deleted scenes, I think it's fine that they don't make it into the final version for various reasons.